Hey, good morning, guys. It is Tuesday the 14th, I want to say, and I just want to give you an update on our renovation project out here. So, start off, we'll start on here. So, last time I talked to you, I was ripping out the irrigation heads on the back arcs. That has all been completed. Our next thing was to pull out any other irrigation that is in the infield. And we actually spoke with the contractor and agreed upon us leaving the infield ones in the ground. So that's where one of the heads is. We have them flagged. There's another one down there that's flagged. Our next business was ripping out base anchors, which took us the most amount of time. That took us about 4 days to rip out all the base anchors, and that was a pain in the ass. Along with base anchors, we had to rip out the home plates. This is the foundation of your field. You really never want to pull it out. For this case, we had to. That's why I marked the apex, the point of home plate, with a stake. We also measured out for our 50-foot rubber, and that's what this other stake is by itself. That one right there, that's our 50-foot rubber. And that is where the contractors will measure from when they're fixing our back arc. So let me walk over here and show you what I'm talking about with that. So from that point, they measured off 72 feet. And 72 feet would be in here somewhere. And then they measured back 3.5 feet, which is this white and orange line. And that is where they're going to sod cut and then lay sod from there in. That was our original plan. Now we have kind of decided that's not a very good idea, because that would bring sod all the way into like up here. 3.5 feet from that line up. The 3.5 foot, 3.5 feet is how far or how wide a roll of sod is. So I mean, we'd have sod now all the way up into here, and we want to do that because our second base is right there, and that's too close to the grass. So what we're going to decide is this white and orange line is going to be our new grass line, which right through here it's pretty close. It goes a little bit further back down there, but that's okay. So now they're going to be replacing less sod than originally thought, which is good for us and them. If we have good grass, we want to keep it. It's already established, it's rooted in, and everything's good to go. The only reason why I was cutting these our back arcs out was to get rid of lips. And I think this next field, well, I've already ripped it out. That's okay. I want to show you another thing we to do. Excuse me. The other big project we had to do, we wanted to wire all of our fields for machine pitch. To do so, in the past, we have just used like a pickaxe and trenched down 3 or 4 inches into the ground and direct buried. So no casing, no conduit, just direct buried an extension cord from the back arc. You can see that rolled up one there. That was actually buried in the ground, going to that wide PVC down there. So here was the old trench. I mean, they did not go deep at all. So we kept ripping them up and breaking. Like for instance, this one is taped up right there. It has a break in it right there, and this wasn't working very good. So we decided to actually rent a trencher. You can see the trench through there all the way up to that wide PVC. So this time we put conduit down. We trench about 2 feet down, put down 2-inch PVC, just a sewer drainage pipe, to kind of protect that extension cord. And it runs all the way out here to where our pitching machines are. They're 42 feet off of the home plate. So I put new valve boxes in and run this PVC. So now we'll cut this off before they play, of course. But it's just there so the contractors know where it's at, not to fill it up. So this PVC allows us to pull this wire back and forth. say if we have an issue with the extension cord, it quit working, or something goes wrong with it. Now we can just tie a new extension cord to the existing one and just pull it through. And that is so much easier than having to dig it all back up and do what we have in the past. Now it's just really simple. Now we just tie it on or tape it on and pull a new one through. So I'm really excited. Hopefully we won't have to do it for a while. We put all the new extension cords and the conduit on all the fields. So now, hopefully these wires last us a long time, 3-4 years. I mean, I would consider that a long time. And then we can just dig up the pipe. We're gonna fill the, this is the same thing, we gotta take that vertical pipe out and find the horizontal pipe down there. And we will fill that with like expanding foam. Therefore, no ag lime gets in that pipe. Because once you get ag lime in that pipe, or this is ag lime by the way, this is our infield material. It's just a, like I said, a rock aggregate. I mean, it has a bunch of fines like this in it. Then it has your coarser material, which is like pieces of rock. And that's what our infield, that's what this is. Down here, the same thing. It's just a lot older and has lost some of its components. But yeah, if you get a bunch of ag lime in those pipes, that's going to plug it up and you can't pull your extension cord through there. And then we got to do this all again and dig back up that pipe and either lay a new pipe or try to clean it out, which is going to be almost impossible. I mean, we have 68 feet or so of pipe underground there, all glued together. So it's going to be almost impossible to either get it unclogged, you're just going to cut it, dig it up, and put a new pipe down. So as long as we do our due diligence on our end of fixing things and keeping them nice, we shouldn't have any problem at all. So this is kind of what we have going on. Let me show you our field armor. Hold on one second.